So a couple weeks ago, we did a video playing around with Tricaru and the Dark Drunken Master because someone in the comments was like, oh, I use Tricaru and Dark Drunken Master for Giants all the time. It's such a good team. So I was like, oh, maybe we're missing out on something amazing. We should build the Dark Drunken Master and play around with him. We weren't missing out on anything that amazing. I don't think, could he even do Giants? He didn't do dragons. He failed pretty bad at dragons. He was decent in Acropolis. I'll give him that. He was also terrible in Guild Wars. But while we were doing that, I was playing around. I was like curious. I was playing around with some different things. I was like, I wonder if this works with Tricaru. I wonder if that works with Tricaru. So today we're playing a game called Will It Tricaru, which is totally an original idea and not something that I stole from Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning. So I don't know why you'd think that or even accuse me of doing that. The first thing we're going to try in this completely original idea, if I can even find it, which I seem to not be able to find it. So there we go. Okay, Wind Drunken Master. Oh, I should have showed, oh, we'll show the runes in a second. We'll probably switch the same runes from one thing to another. So the beauty of the Wind Drunken Master versus the Dark Drunken Master, he has some sustain. He's got the heals, he's got the crit resist. Also, he has element advantage. So that works to his advantage. Also, he has the attack power break with skill 1, so they're going to keep teaming up with him, and he's going to number 1 ignore defense. Not that that really matters because he's, you know, these Tricarus, everything here has a defense break, but he's got the ignore defense just in case, I suppose. But the attack power break should be nice when we get to the boss, and the boss is going to revenge, and he's going to need the attack power break. The thing is, though, one of the issues is he doesn't really get his crit resist up very often because they're going to keep teaming up with him. He's going to reduce the cooldowns, and he's just going to keep using his skill 3 instead of his skill 2. And the skill 2 is the crit resist. So he's a pretty decent unit overall. I think he's pretty good in Labyrinth content as well. I'm trying to remember which Labyrinth stages. Was it the boss stage? Was it like the actual Labyrinth boss? Let's see. Oh, he's got the crit resist up. Okay, that's nice. That's always a good thing. We got the attack power break on the boss. He's gonna do his swipe, but oh, the Tricarus, the Icarus don't have defense breaks on them. Oh, that is a thing of beauty. Look at this, fantastic. Well, now they have the defense break, so they're not all gonna team up the same, but not bad. I like this one better than it makes more sense than the dark one. The dark one's that got the continuous damage, but this one is just like it actually, in trying it was working better for sure than the dark one. Let's try some other stuff now. Next up, this one actually can get pretty crazy, pretty funny. Carbine, Wind Sniper. He will go to his stance. He'll do a ton of damage. He'll attack power buff himself. He'll put himself in the stance as well, and he can do a ton of damage. He increases attack gauge if he gets frozen. It doesn't really help the cause very much. There we go. But he can potentially steal some turns from the mid boss and also the end boss. So hidden aim, attack power buff right there, and then lots of. You couldn't do just a little bit of. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not upset at all. It's completely fine. Increased attack bar, 106,000. Just a casual 106,000 damage. Nothing to see here. He's one of my favorite units. He does so much damage. I like the passive units that you can just play turn 2 and do 107,000 damage. Crazy. Okay. Hidden aim. Oh, please don't die. Please don't die. Increased attack power. Pretty decent, but now he's got the issue. Hidden aim. Okay. And now the boss is going to do a little bit of. That was so close. That was very. Again, disclaimer, don't farm with these teams. This is just a Will It Tricaru video. This is for entertainment for you guys. Gonna be like, listen, I tried your Carbine Tricaru team, and let me tell you, it is not very consistent. Next one we're going to test out is Logan, the Windio Stone Fighter. This guy has attack power buff. He has a defense break. He's got a lot of turn cycling. If you guys are unfamiliar with what Logan does, again, attack power buff, skill 1, defense break, skill 2. Also, if the enemy's HP is less than 50%, he is going to get another turn with skill 2. That's just the start of his extra turns. And then if he attacks the enemy and decreases attack gauge with skill 3. If the enemy's attack gauge is depleted with skill 3, then he gets an additional turn after that as well. So he does a lot of, potentially he can go pretty crazy. given the correct... There we go. There we go. He was so close. You could have gone just a little crazier. He was so close to going crazy. I mean, he went a little crazy. Aw, we didn't have... See, they need to either have low HP or low attack gauge for his crazy nonsense. Or just normal violent runes doing violent rune things. Either one or the other. You have a couple different options. Could you imagine how... I want to say, could you imagine how crazy this guy could be at RTA, but... We don't really need any more crazy stuff in RTA, do we? So the boss has fully decreased attack gauge. Sharp strike. Oh, no! Oh, don't die! Don't... The video makes no sense if you die. Wait, no. We can still go on to the next ones, but yeah. It would make less sense if he died? Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. How much time was that? 1 minute, 18 seconds. Who's winning? Now comes the point where I have to disclaim stuff that I am aware that people use the demons in Tricaru teams for Giants B12. That's already a team that works. We don't want to see the teams that we have already seen a million times before. We want to see a bunch of other stuff and see if it Tricaru. So we're going to use the Water Chimera. I mean, we're not going to see Vertiheal either, because we already know Vertiheal and Tricaru works. You couldn't do skill 3. You couldn't make this easier. You couldn't do skill 3. This guy. The dots are going to be nice, though, right? We got the dots. We got the attack gauge decrease over there. It's going to be super nice. He's going to have all this access to his Squall, which he's probably never going to use because Summoner's War. So, in theory, this should be... I actually haven't tried this yet, so we're going to see. We're going to see together if this works. Squall, there we go. Increases his speed. And... there we go. Wonderful. Okay. Let's do better this time. That's what I was hoping he would do. Okay. This way, we don't have to worry about getting defense broken. We don't have to worry about the boss getting natural turns. Very nice. This is going to be a really nice one. Okay. Another. Skill 3. Very nice. Very nice. We just don't want... Oh, he's barely alive. He's the boy who lived. Okay, now he's not alive anymore. Now, this was actually not that slow, right? It feels not that slow. It feels like it's still pretty slow. Okay. This may already be a thing. I kind of feel like someone probably already used this at some point. Like when Tricaru was first a thing, I feel like someone, there's other things that I want to use too. I mean, obviously there's other things that I want to use. But I feel like I've probably seen this somewhere like a year and a half ago. I don't think that this is something that we haven't seen before. Maybe I shouldn't even include this part, because I feel like we've already seen this. Am I imagining? Or maybe I don't. If I don't know, well, that doesn't really say much of anything, because there's a lot of things I'm like, I think we've seen or not seen this. Whatever. Anyway, it's doing fairly good. This was the thing that when Giants B12 first came out, people were using the crap out of Savannah for this. People were using Savannah. What was it? The first team that everyone was like using that day was like Savannah, Hraesvelg, Crows, something. There was definitely they were definitely using something else in there. 48 seconds is not that bad. Here's another one for different reasons. This is going to be very nice to see. This is a team. I already know this works. This is a team that I use on similar. I use this and the Water Demon on the Europe server account for Giants over there. So I already happen to spoiler. I already happen to know that this works and use a different variation of that on that account. Tricaru doesn't quite work the same if you use 5 units, because they don't always team up with each other all the time. But it does work, and it does work pretty fast. But I mean, people just use Tricaru and the Water Demon as well, which also works pretty fast without the Hraesvelg. But Hraesvelg is cool. Hraesvelg's got the attack power buff. He's got the speed buff. He's got the brand. He's got the continuous damage. He also self-sustains, so if he's the last one standing, then you're pretty solid. All right. Yep, he should have access to skill 3. Again, fantastic. He teams up. We got some dots. We got some... Can we get a brand? No, we got a skill 3. Okay. There we go. And unfortunately, we got the defense breaks there. But look, that was not that slow. That was... Or maybe it was slow. I don't know. 1 minute. Okay, it was kind of slower than I realized. So this one I actually have not tried yet, so I have no idea what's going to happen. He has, I used his leader skill. You guys know what Jamir, he's been in the game for 8 years. I don't know why I'm trying to explain what Jamir does. His damage is based on his speed for, right there. I wish you would have used skill 2, but his damage is based on speed for skill 1 though. So I'm hoping that he doesn't just keep doing skill 3. That would be very sad if he does that. Okay, pretty decent damage, And then he can cleanse. He can also... Does he cleanse? I feel like he... Yeah, he cleanses there. Not bad. Pretty fun. I feel like this might actually work. And then we have the slows. We have the attack power breaks. Oh, this is gonna do nicely. Okay. And then... I don't know why I'm saying... Oh, I don't know why I'm saying and then. I'm getting flashbacks of Dude, Where's My Car? Beautiful. Attack power break. And now, please cleanse, please cleanse, please cleanse, please cleanse. Beautiful. Fantastic. Jamir is fantastic. Wonderful job, Jamir. This did really well. I feel like it's probably going to be like 1:10 seconds, but it did pretty well. 58 seconds. Well, I don't know. Guys, I don't understand the concept of time. I really don't. So the two most popular dungeon teams in the Summoner's War are Tricaru and Melia, but you can actually merge the two into Melkaru? I don't know. Listen, guys, I don't have a good name for it, but it works. That's what matters. It matters that it works. It doesn't matter that you need a good... No, you need a good name. Listen, I can't think of a good name for this. All I know is that this is a thing that you can actually do. I'm not saying it's going to be fast. You're still using continuous damage, but it will work. Because, I mean, it's just taking the two most popular dungeon teams, thinking, oh, there's so much dots. There's so much dots. A Crow here would be... Should we just do this with Crow? I feel like we should just do this with Crow. Although it's doing just fine without Crow. As soon as the boss gets... But the boss is never going to get it to... We're just going to keep decreasing... The dots are pointless here. Because we're just going to keep decreasing the attack gauge. So dots aren't really ever going to kill things. Well, dots could kill things. Every once in a while, I suppose. But Melia just keeps decreasing attack gauge, so it doesn't really matter. Aside from that golem that just attacked. And then also the time before that where the golem just... Listen, she doesn't always decrease attack gauge. I feel like we need another disclaimer. This video is just full of disclaimers. That's probably bad. It's probably bad that the video has so many disclaimers on it. Attack gauge decrease on everything. Continuous damage. More continuous damage. I mean, there's no tattoo to detonate all of that. Like I said, it's not the greatest. It works, but it's not the greatest. There's nothing to detonate the continuous damage. It just sits there and does nothing. This is kind of a little bit pointless. I mean, she's bit the dust, but we only need one thing to survive. The Karus are doing perfectly fine. They're doing enough damage. It's fine. It's like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. No, it's not two. That can't be 2.5 minutes. 1:43. This seems like a terrible idea, and that's why we're gonna do it. 5 Inugamis versus Giants B12. Because we haven't seen this before. We haven't seen quite like this before. We saw 5 fire Inugamis so many years ago. Before even B12 dungeons were out. Before Trikaru, before anything. Well, no. We saw them after Ikaru was a thing. Trikaru was not a thing. But Ikaru, the unit itself, was already out. So, Wind Inugami does a lot of damage with skill. Well, he does defense-based damage. So, first off, he needs a defense break. And then also, he needs a defense buff with skill 3. So, if he's set up to do the damage, he can do a decent amount of damage. But we really don't have this set up for him. So, got some team-ups. We got some dots. Okay. We got a Scar. Not bad. Now we're going to need the Wind one to do a crazy amount of damage by himself because Crow was supposed to be here doing all the crazy damage. And I don't think... Is he going to cease? He smothers. It's fine. You know, it's fine. Whatever. We beat it. We beat it. 5 Inugamis versus Giants B12. This is the content. Hey, it was only a minute. You could just put nonsense in a minute. There we go. I said we were going to show some of the runes. This is the runes on some of this stuff. It's just whatever. It's just whatever leftover. Sorry, I shouldn't say whatever leftover stuff, but really it's kind of just whatever leftover stuff. So this is the runes on this guy over. Oh, he's on HP. What else do we have for this one? We have... Oh, he doesn't have an artifact. Yeah, will it Trikaru doesn't even finish artifacting things. There we go for these. We should probably finish ruining those. Those are some inefficient runes though, so I don't really want to go too crazy putting stuff on there. I don't remember. Oh, Melia. Melia's just melting you guys. Oh, she don't have no artifact. Oh, she doesn't have. Oh, good. Good. I can see we take this very seriously. What else do we use? I don't know if we used anything else. Did we? I don't know what else we used. Those are some of the runes. Nothing too crazy though. But anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Will Trikaru, should you use any of these themes? No, you shouldn't. That's it for this one. I will see you as always in the next one.